The man angrily shook off the little E on his face and ordered the other party to immediately release him. And in the eyes of the girl, his resistance was more like wanting to refuse and welcoming, but ultimately he was brutally bullied. This enviable and sympathetic man, named Daming. A family of 4 live happily together, with a beautiful wife, virtuous, and a pair of lively and lovely children. In the eyes of outsiders, Daimyo was a reliable winner in life, truly a successful career, a happy family, envious of killing others. The annual Father's Day is here. The family of 4 had originally planned to go on an outing, but suddenly something happened at the daimyo company and they had to stay at home to handle the keys. Unfortunately, their wife had to take their 2 children out for a trip. At night, it suddenly began to rainstorm. At that time, there was a sharp knock on the door. 2 girls who were wet by the rain painted and Nana claimed to come to play. Because they were not ready, their mobile phones were damaged by the rain. Watching the 2 of them trembling, Daming sympathized and became restless. He lazily invited them into the room and then went to get their laundry and towels for them to exchange. The 2 girls were very grateful for the man's generous help, claiming that they would definitely beat him up. I didn't take the beating of the daimyo in their mouths to heart, it was just a free help. After taking a break for a while, I warmly called the ride-hailing service for the 2 girls. After all, a man with a married wife always has many inconveniences when leaving 2 girls at home. As it is a rainy day, the car will arrive in a while. While waiting for the bus, I would like to ask Daming to help me dry my clothes that have been soaked in the rain. The beautiful woman's request was naturally accepted by Ing Yunka. After putting their clothes into the dryer and returning to the living room, he saw Nana and Hua wearing pajamas and happily playing with their little dog, as if this place was his own home. As the 2 of them played more and more, they even hit the target on Daming and kept physically touching him. The man fell into a deep sleep after completing the handover, and the 2 women were still unsatisfied, obviously not satisfied. Originally, just now, Mayu knocked on the man's door. My wife worked overtime tonight and didn't come back. Out of kindness, she took in the 2 of them for a while to take shelter from the rain. What men didn't expect was that their good intentions brought trouble. Out of kindness, Daming invited 2 girls who were soaked all over to his home. However, they had other intentions and deliberately said some shameful words to Daming. Nana said that even if she gets married, her husband will still establish deep friendships with other women, so she believes it will make him feel at ease because only by doing so can her husband not betray her. Daming, completely refreshed by his unique concept, revealed an awkward yet polite smile. At this moment, the 2 girls, as if they had agreed, went towards Daming and bullied him, speaking some imaginative words in their mouths. Watching their increasingly bold actions, I felt both conflicted and a hint of resistance in my heart. Daming doesn't want to betray his wife, nor does he want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. At this moment, the phone suddenly rang. It turned out that the newly booked Wangyu car had arrived. Helplessly, I could only temporarily suppress my emotions and took out the clothes from the dryer, preparing to see the 2 of them off. But when Daming returned to the living room again, he could no longer open his eyes. Under the attack of such love, he completely followed his most genuine thoughts in his heart. In the morning, Daming woke up from his sleep, thinking that last night was just a dream, but the fatigue on his body was real. When passing by the kitchen to wash up, I saw Nana and Hua who were supposed to leave last night. The 2 girls left the kitchen in a mess. Without hesitation, he played and frolicked in front of Daming, looking at the bold 2 people holding up in front of him, indicating that he could take them home. But Nana and Hua didn't think much of it. At this moment, his wife suddenly called to inquire, and Daming hurriedly came outside to answer. He learned that his wife was coming back and said nothing to keep them here. Are American movies being shot so quickly now? The whole process was live ammunition, even to the point where there was no taboo. However, the scale was too large, making it difficult to explain the painting in depth. I didn't want to leave here, and I even planned to repeat the old trick. Amidst his helplessness and some atmosphere, Daming quickly took out his phone and prepared to call the police. Now the 2 were frightened and claimed to be minors. If the police learn about last night's incident, no one can be alone, meaning that the 2 are special workers. How much money can they offer to leave here? Daming's insulting words deeply pierced the hearts of Hua and Nana, angrily stating that he was not a special worker. After speaking, the 2 of them started playing and frolicking in the living room again. Daming could no longer tolerate their reckless behavior, so he still dialed the phone number to report to the police. Seeing her resolute attitude, Nana and Hua had to agree to leave here. After seeing the 2 of them off, he hurriedly returned home to clean the messy kitchen and living room, ensuring that his wife did not notice any signs when she returned. At night, when Daming was about to go to bed, he suddenly suffered a heavy blow to his head and passed out. It turned out that Nana and Hua had secretly turned back in a wooden manner. After seeing her faint, they tied her to the bed. Not only that, but he also casually wasted the expensive cosmetics of Daming's wife, and even kept humiliating her. He even opened a video recording with his phone. Daming didn't understand what he had done wrong, and instead, he received such great hatred from two girls. The two of them, who were tired of playing, came to the kitchen to find something to eat. Daming took advantage of him not being freed from his constraints, but he was easily subdued by the two girls and tied to a chair in various ways. Nana asked what crime should be punished for bullying the girl, but his name was unknown, so it turns out that the girl was bullied by her stepfather when she was a child, which has led to a great change in her temperament. She retaliates against the middle-aged man who has a husband. Then she does the same again, digging a big ditch with a shovel, pushing Daming in, leaving a head outside, and spreading the recorded video online. Then he left. To avoid missing out on more exciting movies, please click subscribe.